The World Series is on the air. This is Nathan Field, Detroit, where the Detroit Tigers and the St. Louis Cardinals are battling for the World Championship. The play-by-play descriptions of all the World Series games are brought to you with the compliments of the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Edsel Ford, and your local Ford dealers, producers and distributors of Ford and Lincoln cars and Ford trucks. The sponsors will be amply repaid. You get enjoyment from these broadcasts. At this time during the preceding 6 games, we've had the pleasure of presenting Graham McNamee, who has in his own vivid style pictured the World Series color, excitement, and the crowd. Unfortunately, Graham had to return to New York last night, and I know he misses being here today. Please listening, we know, here's the beginning of the 7th and deciding game of the 1934 World Series. We miss him, as we know you do. Now for the attending pre-game tenseness and excitement of today, we turn you over to Don Wilson of New York. He'll give you the picture here, and Tom Manning will describe the first 4.5 innings, while we'll have the pleasure during the last half of the game. All right, Don Wilson, come right in and help yourself with this microphone.
Thank you, Ford Barn. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hardly need to tell you that there is a capacity crowd gathered here in the stands at Nathan Field in Detroit, Michigan this afternoon to witness the 7th and final game of the 1934 World Series between the Cardinals of St. Louis and the Tigers of Detroit. A capacity crowd keyed to the highest pitch for this crucial battle. Not only are the spectators in an almost state of frenzy, but the players themselves are very much on edge, with their nerves being very taut, a condition which might easily be fanned into a flame because of the strain of such an exciting series, as you already know. You will recall that this is the first time since 1931 that the World Series has gone to 7 games when the St. Louis Cards fought it out with Connie Mack's Athletics. Experts have said that this series will depend largely upon the effectiveness of the pitchers, which is quite an obvious fact in a short series. And that prediction has held through with the great teams, Dizzy and Daffy, Schoolboy Rowe, and Tommy Bridges. So far, Daffy Dean is the only pitcher to go through unscathed. Rowe, Bridges, Dizzy Dean, each having won one and lost one game, while Daffy has won both his starts. It was right here in Detroit that this old World Series this year opened, and that first game was conspicuous for 2 particular reasons. The blowing up of the Tiger infield, which may be accredited to over-anxiety, and the pitching of Dizzy Dean, the Cards winning 8-3 in that first game. Then the second game came along, and it was marked by the outstanding pitching performance of Schoolboy Rowe for Detroit. He turned in an all-time standout accomplishment of retiring 22 men in a row. Then the scene of the battle changed down at Sportsman's Park in St. Louis. Paul Daffy Dean was in the box for the Cards. Lacking his usual control, Daffy frequently was trailing the batter, who had this youngest of the Dean brothers up 3-2. As a result, Paul had the bases populated most every inning during that game, but due to the fine support and teamwork of the entire Cardinal squad and some mighty crafty cageishness on Daffy's part, the Cards came through to win 4-1. Then came the 4th game of this series, and the Tigers' claws were sharpened to needle point. Detroit's batting strength overpowering St. Louis, with Detroit winning to the tune of 10-4. But this game gave us the finest pitching of this series to date. A most enviable record being turned in by Tommy Bridges of the Detroit Tigers, who pitched the sharpest breaking ball that he has ever had, and who would have had a shutout to his credit, but for one Mr. Delancey, the stalwart card catcher, who pulled the long one out for a homer, scoring the only run for St. Louis. The Tigers winning 3-1. That brings us down to yesterday's game here in Detroit, which was one of those good old-fashioned ball games as we listened to it. Starring honors going to one Leo DeRocher, Sarge shortstop, self-admittedly rather poor hitter, who knocked the old apple all over the lot, getting 3 hits out of 4 times at bat. Bruce Jocelyn also gets a hand for his spectacular catch with his back against the fence of Delancey's bid for an extra base hit. Cards winning, as you well know, yesterday 4-3, and what a ball game that was. This brings us down to the task at hand, the present task, this 7th and deciding game for the World Championship. And don't you for 1 minute think that those men down there won't all be giving everything that they have this afternoon, not only for the honor of winning household rag emblematic of the world's baseball champions, but for the $1,800 at stake, which is the difference between $5,700 and $3,900 as the players' share for the winners. You know, I've been sitting at home in New York listening to Fort Vaughn and Tom Manning give us their very splendid reports on these games and listening to Mac, as we so affectionately call Graham McNamee, giving us this pregame color and his very pertinent remarks throughout the game. I've been sitting at home in New York listening to these reports just as you have. And as I was flying through the air by plane between here and New York last night, it occurred to me that I'd like to know just a little bit more about these players whose names have become almost household words during this series. So thinking that perhaps many of you listening in our radio audience might be interested in the same thing, I dug down into the voluminous biographical files and have here some highly informative data which I think perhaps many of our radio audience will be interested in. Before we give that to you, just a few moments before we took the air, there was a huge floral horseshoe taken in here and placed just to the left of the batter's box here at Haven Field for this World Series. It was brought in by Tommy Richardson, Mickey Cochran's straight man, and Patsy O'Toole, nationally known as probably the noisiest baseball rooter in America. This huge floral tribute will be presented to Mickey Cochran, manager of the Detroit Tigers. The Cardinals being visitors today, let's look down and see what happens and some of the facts pertaining to some of their players. We find John Pepper Martin is their third baseman, and incidentally, Pepper, as you probably already are cognizant of, heads the batting list for the St. Louis Nationals. Pepper Martin, the wild horse of the Osage and the outstanding hero of the 1931 World Series. He's the Cardinals' regular third baseman instead of center fielder as he was in the 1931 series. Martin has improved his play around the hot corner so much that he is considered by many as one of the fastest fielding third basemen in the National League. He's like a cat on punch down the third baseline and possesses an arm of steel. There's no doubt about his batting and base running. He ranks among the best ball players in the Heidler circuit. His 1934 record shows that he bats .289, fielding .942. That's Martin heading the batting list for the Cards. Then comes right fielder John Rothrock. John Rothrock has been batting around the majors for the past 5 or 6 years. Most of the time he spent trying to make good with the Boston Red Sox. An injury to his leg while running the bases hampered his work, and he never until now reached stardom. We met him down at the hotel this morning, and he is a fine specimen of athletic fitness. Rothrock was used in most every position with the Sox, but did not catch a pitch. He was sent to Columbus in the American Association, a farm team of the Cardinals chain, and there played such stellar ball that the Cardinal management decided to give him another chance. He played a fine game for the Cards this season and has come through with many a timely blow. Jack is a finished fielder, and his throwing arm is one of the very best. He's also very, very fast on the bases. He's one of the few Cardinal players who have not started in their chain store and worked himself up into the Major League team. This is his first chance in the World Series, and he has shown the temperament and ability to do great things. His 1934 record, batting .284, fielding .978. Then we come to Frankie Freight, second baseman and playing manager for the St. Louis Cardinals. Frankie was made manager of the St. Louis Cardinals and said that he would instill the McGraw system of playing ball in the Cardinals scheme of things, and so far he's carried it out to the letter. Freight, you know, is a member of the Giants for 8 years, and in that time he absorbed all of McGraw's methods. He has his teammates on their toes to insist that they take an extra base every time there's a possibility of making it. Frankie's a great believer in the hit-and-run play, which made McGraw one of the most feared managers in baseball. The Fordham flash may not be as colorful as the old Giant manager was, but he's very, very close to it. Freight is one of the greatest money players ever to take part in the World Series. His ability for making seemingly impossible plays and playing bang-up ball when the going is the toughest seems to be one of Frankie's main points. He's not suffered in all his around play since he took over the managership of the St. Louis team. His 1934 record, batting .306, fielding .971. Then we have at left field, Joel Ducky Wucky Medwick. Ducky Wucky Medwick, the slugging young Hungarian of the Cardinals, is one of the hardest hitters in the National League. He gave promise after his first season in the majors in 1933 of being a coming star, and he remained among the first 5 batters most of the season, but his slump dropped him from that select circle. Ledwich is one of the leading extra base hitters of the National League and one of its leading run scorers and batter in of runs. He has a great throwing arm and covers a lot of territory in that old left field garden out there. Ledwich has never failed to hit below the 300 mark in all the 6 years that he's been playing in the minor and major league baseball. He makes his home in New Jersey and first began playing semi-pro ball around that section. The Cardinals picked him up and placed with them with their farm in 1930. Let's listen to the Star Spangled Banner.
Tigers of the American League and the Cardinals of the National League. You know, they've been battling during the past 6 days for the supremacy of baseball. They're all evened up now. Each club has won 3 games. Yesterday afternoon at this time, Detroit Tigers were feeling that the series would be over last night. The Cardinals sneaked in with a nice 4-3 victory. And now it is 3 games apiece. The all-important game is being played here this afternoon. Tonight, the World Series will be over unless this ball game is tied up. We don't look for that. Boys, you know, start early in the afternoon. They have plenty of time to get the game over before darkness. That is the only thing, perhaps, that will prevent the World Series from ending tonight. Eldon Hawker, he's a boy, you know, who is not superstitious. On his back, the big numeral, number 13. He's the boy who picked that grand game the other day and won for the Tigers. Now we're ready to go. Mike Cochran, you know, who spent the night in the hospital here at Detroit with ice pack on his injured knee. He is out there. He's not going to let the boys down. He's going to be here battling the Dragon game. We're about ready to go. Pepper Martin is up. Walker lines up his arm. Ball one. The fastball is high inside. And Pepper Martin separates the plate. Yes, sir, this important game is underway. The windup and the pitch. Ball 2. Walker shoots in a curveball. It was over the plate, but too high. And the count on Pepper Martin, 2-0. Oh, and a curveball goes short, throwing a second. Greenberg first. The windup, the pitch. Ball. Another curveball is low outside, and the count on Pepper Martin, first hitter of the afternoon, is 3-0. Hank Greenberg takes a few steps over toward the pitcher, yelling words of encouragement. Walker taking his time, and now the windup. Ball three. The strike ball. A burning fastball is right down the alley, dead high. Harry Geisel behind the bat. Clears at first. Owens at second, and Clem umpiring at third. The pitch, 3-1. The strike ball. 3-2. Yes, sir, the fans are really pepped up this afternoon. Another capacity crowd here. The sun is shining brightly. There's a wind blowing in from right field this afternoon. 3-2 is the count. And here it is. He's out. And missed. John Pepper Martin. Boy, that was pitching. Yes, sir, that was pitching. This old ball game with everybody's nerves on edge. Eldon Walker, just as cool as an iceberg. Gets the count 3-0 on the first hitter, Pepper Martin. He then stuck three of them right down the alley, and finally with a count 3-2, Pepper Martin swung and missed. One gone, nobody on. Rock up. The pitch. It's a strike. Foul. Eldon Walker had plenty on that one. Here's the windup again. It's a drive into center field, a base hit. Right is going over the ball. Is hit into left center field. Rothrock is rounding first. The throw. Rothrock to second. It's a double. Jack Rothrock nailed that ball. A 14-line drive into left center field with JoJo White going back fast. He knocked the ball down, and before he could pick it up and get it back to the infield, Rothrock was on second base. A two-bagger for Rothrock, and manager Frankie Frisch is coming up. Umpire Harry Geisel delayed proceedings for a moment to brush off the dish. Harry Geisel, you know, the boys are all very much satisfied with the ball and strike decisions of all of these umpires. Here we go now, ready to go on Frisch. One gone, runner on second. Ball one. The hook ball is high and outside. It's the first inning. Rothrock on second. The pitch. The high fly ball out into short center field. Rogel going back. White coming in. Rogel has it. 2 out. Rothrock on second. Frankie Frisch swung at that ball. It was a high pitch inside, hitting the ball on the handle of his bat. And JoJo White, Billy Rogel were off with the crack of the bat. Rogel turning around and making a neat catch for out number 2. Joey Medwick, the Cardinal left fielder, is up. A right-hand hitter. There's the stretch. And now the pitch. It's a ball. A fastball is inside. Medwick pulls away from the plate. First inning and all. Cardinals batting 2 out. Jack Rothrock on second. The result of a double. Ball one on Joey Medwick, the hitter. The pitch. The high infield fly ball. Going back a third base with Owen going back fast. He has it. And that's all for the St. Louis Cardinals in the first inning. No run, 1 hit, and no errors. Ford Barnes. These World Series broadcasts are brought to you through the courtesy of the makers of the Ford V8. Here in the Cardinals half of the first inning, Martin came up. The count went to 3-2, and then he went down swinging hard beyond the strikeout route and hit that long walk back to the bench. Jack Rothrock followed him in the batting order, banged one out into left center field for a 2-base hit. He rested happily down on second as Frankie Frisch came to bat. A high fly to short left center. Rogel went back on the grass under it and had it in the pocket for the second out. 2 out, 1 on, and Medwick up. Medwick fouled one high behind third. Owen went out fast on it and took that one in the net. No run, 1 hit, no error. And the big 0 hangs in the first half of the first inning for St. Louis on the scoreboard out in right field. Diz Dean is taking his place out on the mound. He's warming up with Delancey, and JoJo White is down there swinging 2 big black bats as he comes into the batter's box, and here's Tom Manning. You know, there's a little picture down there that we want you to get. Dizzy Dean, you know, is in the box this afternoon. Bill Hallahan was the expected pitcher. Frankie Frisch said before the game that, well, if Diz wants to go, we're going to put him in there. Perhaps he thinks that Dizzy Dean was very much instrumental in winning the pennant, and he's giving him a chance to pitch today. We're ready to go. White is up. Ball one. Goal inside. That's what happens. The reason that Dizzy Dean, with only a day's left, is in there this afternoon instead of Wild Bill Hallahan. JoJo White is up. 0-1. Strike called. 0-1 and strike one. JoJo White, a left-hand hitter. Center fielder and leadoff man of the Tigers. The windup, 1-1. Strike called. That was a fastball to poke over the outside corner to a left-hand hitter, and it is now strike two and ball one. The windup, the pitch. It's a founding ball. Down to Frankie Fish. He comes over. He has it. Throws to Collins. White is out at first. One Tiger down in the first inning. That was a bounding ball, and Frankie Fish came over to his left, picks it up. Mickey Cochran gets a hand. Listen. Manager Mike Cochran. There was a lot of doubt here in Detroit last night as to whether or not manager Mike would be able to play today. He was spiked and running out of hit yesterday when Paul Dean's foot crashed against his knee. It was a bad gash, and he was in the hospital all night. But he's out here this afternoon helping the boys in this crucial World Series ball game. First inning, one out. Cochran up the pitch. The strike called. Nice fastball was right down the old alley. Mickey Cochran up with one out and nobody on. Drive out to left field, but it's foul. Ball curve foul, and the count on Cochran is strike two. Mike Cochran is up, and Gehringer will be next. Jerome, Dizzy, Dean. Strike two, the windup. Coming. It's a ground ball down second. Fish comes up with it. Throws to Collins. Cochran is out. Two outs. Nobody on. Gehringer coming up. Gehringer is getting a nice round of the play. Charlie Gehringer, you know, living up to his reputation of the past. Quiet fellow, just in there playing his best all the time, and his best is good enough. Two outs, nobody on. The pitch to Gehringer. The high fly ball out toward left field. It is curving foul with everybody after it. Nobody gets it. Ooh, Joey Medrick was almost injured that time. He came over fast, and his side bumped into the concrete barrier in front of the boxes out there back of third base. He ran all along the gutter. But he didn't fall down, and he's all right going back out to left field. Charlie Gehringer was taking no chances on that ball. He had rounded second base and was on his way to third. The pitch to drive deep into right field. Walcott is going over near the line under it, and he has it. That's all for the Tigers in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runs for Jets. Forward. Yes, sir, Reed, Tom Manning. No runs as yet. Two of those zeros now hang out on that right field scoreboard. St. Louis, nothing. Detroit, nothing. And we end the first inning of this important ball game. Important, yes, sir, the seventh and deciding game of the 1934 World Series. With these teams battling, the Detroit Tigers and the St. Louis Cardinals tied up at 3 games each. And here's what happened in the Tigers out of the first. White came up, bounded to Frisch, and he was out first to Collins. Cochran is back, grounded one hop down to Frankie Fish, who stopped it, winged it over to first base to Rip Collins, retiring Cochran. White and Cochran down, and Gehringer up. Gehringer finally, after banging that fly out over third base and curving foul, drove a fly out into right field, and Glassrock took it for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Now we have the fifth man in the Cardinal batter coming up. Coming to the plate here in the second inning, and Tom Manning to give it to you. All right, Tom. It's Rip Collins, the Cardinals' first cracker, left-hand batter. Held the marker. Right-hand submariner is in the box. The windup. The pitch. He swings and lets the drive out in the left center field. It's a base hit. Collins rounds first. White has the ball. Puts it into Rogel. It gets past Rogel. Gehringer backing up. Recovers the ball. And Collins stops at first. A single. Line drive out to JoJo White, but he took on the bounce. Got away from Rogel on the return, but Gehringer was backing up. That's the second Cardinal hit. Bill Delancey, the catcher, is up. The pitch. Ball one. A fastball is smacked into Cochran's glove. Bill Delancey pulling away from the plate, and it is ball one. First pass of the second inning. A foul back. Strike. Ball one. Strike one. Ball one. Strike one. The set. A peek over to first. The pitch. It's a ball. Outside. And the count on Bill Delancey. Left-hand hitter is 2-1. Elder Walters having a hard time out there in the pitching rubber, trying to get that extra dirt out of the way. Now he's all set to go. Ball 2 and strike one. The pitch. It's a bouncing ball down third. Owen to Gallagher. And here's that play again with Collins on first. Bill Delancey left the ground ball to move Owen. Owen to Gallagher. Collins was out. Gallagher to Greenberg. Getting the hitter Delancey. 2 outs, nobody on. Orsatti up. With the first pitch coming right up there. Look out for it. Oh, somebody caught it. Well, that's the closest we've come to being hit so far. Foul, strike one. Something about these microphones, they should not be hit by a foul ball. Strike one is the count, and the pitch. There's a base hit in the right field. The ball is retrieved by Pete Fox. Returns to Rochelle at second. Orsatti stops at first. The second Cardinal hit of the inning. The third of the afternoon. Leo DeRocher, the star of yesterday's ball game. Brilliant shortstop yesterday, and Leo had 3 base hits. All just blows the outfield. Orsatti on first. DeRocher up the pitch. Strike. Call. DeRocher back to him, right-handed. There's the stretch. A peek at first. Coming. There he goes. The player's at second base. He is out stealing. Orsatti is out stealing. Cochran to Gallagher. A run. 2 hits and 4 errors in the first half of the second inning. 4. Collins, the first Cardinal batter up in the Cards after second. Dropped one into center field over second base for a clean single. Delancey, Bill Delancey, fancy catcher of the St. Louis Cardinals, grounded one down to Marv Owen. Owen took it, shot over to second where Gehringer had it, winging it down to Greenberg for a double play, wiping up the bases, 2 out, and Orsatti coming to the bat. Orsatti grounded one into right field for a single. He was on, and Leo DeRocher, who came up yesterday, got 3 out of 4, and was up there swinging that bat hard. And Orsatti started down to second, and was out on the slug down there from Mickey Cochran's wing, retiring the side. No run, 2 hits, and no errors. Now we come to the 4th batter in the Detroit Tigers lineup, as they come up their half of the second. It's the Goose. Goose Goslin stepping up to the plate now, and here's Tom Manning coming in to give it to you. All right, Tom. Dizzy Dean is on there kicking some more of that dirt around the pitching rubber as we prepare to go into the Tiger half of the second inning. No runs as yet. A windup. Goslin hitting. First ball is at Cole Hopper down first base. Collins takes it, tosses to Dean. He's out. Collins takes the ball, and Dizzy Dean covered the bag, taking the throw and getting the put out. 1 gone. That was a lazy, bounding ball that Collins handled. Next hitter will be Billy Rochelle, the little shortstop of Detroit Tigers. Billy is batting left-handed this afternoon against the right-hand slant of Dizzy Dean. Here's the windup. 1 gone, nobody on. Long one this time. Here comes. As a bounding ball down, short DeRocher is in fast. It's close. He's safe. That was a bounding ball that DeRocher came in fast for. Threw the ball in the dirt. Collins knocked it down, and it is scored as an error for shortstop DeRocher. Rochelle safe at first on DeRocher's error. Greenberg batting. Big right-hand hitter. Last half of the second inning, 1 out, and Rochelle is on first. There's the stretch. And the pitch. Strike. Ball. That was a hook ball. It tipped the outside corner of the plate to Hank Greenberg. Greenberg has his jaws set down there this afternoon, swinging that bat up and down. There's the stretch and the pitch. Strike. He swings hard and misses. And now it's 2-0. Hank Greenberg is ready. Third baseman, Herb Owen, is next. Rosell is on first, 1 man out. Dean is pumping his left foot up and down out there on the rubber. There's the stretch now. A peek at first, and the pitch. A foul back. And the count remains strike 2. Up and tossed out a new ball. Umpire Harry Geisel. Bill Delancey walks several yards out toward the pitcher's box. And then crosses it to Dizzy. Dizzy takes his glove off. And first looks out toward center field. And now he's looking in at Hank Greenberg. Standing out there, rubbing the ball in his bare hands. Now he's ready to go. The stretch. It's strike 2, you know. A play at first. Rogel is safe. Dizzy turns, stopped that ball over there with plenty on it to Rick Collins. Another stretch. The pitch. Strike 3. He swung hard at a curveball over the outside corner. It was just above the knees and missed it for a third strike. 2 men out. Rogel on first. And Herb Owen, Detroit Tigers third baseman, right-hand hitter, is up. No runs as yet, you know. There's the stretch, the pitch. The bounding ball down to Pepper Martin. Martin comes up with it, throws to first, forcing Rosell at second for the third out. No runs, no hits, 1 error, forward bond.
The Ford Motor Company is sending you to broadcast the World Series game. The National Broadcasting Company presents a special news bulletin from the Press Radio Bureau. Marseille, France. French Foreign Minister Louis Barthou died today from bullet wounds inflicted by an assassin who also killed King Alexander I of Yugoslavia. It was first reported that Barthou's injuries were not serious. At Paris, the French cabinet has been hurriedly called into meeting to take action on the assassination of King Alexander of Yugoslavia. A grave European crisis is feared. Crown Prince Peter, 11 years old, the son of the slain king, probably will be proclaimed king within a few days. These bulletins are from the Press Radio Bureau. For further details, read your newspaper. Here we are now, going into the first half of the third inning. Out on the mound, Eldon Alter is warming up with Mickey Cochrane. We have Leo DeRocher coming up there, who was at bat when Orsatti was out at second on the field. Here's Tom Manning to give you the first half of his third inning. All right, Tom.
Leo DeRocher, you know, the Cardinals shortstop, was at bat last inning when Orsatti was erased stealing. Well, the Walker, right-hander, starts his wind-up on the first pitch to DeRocher. A strike called. There's the wind-up again. Ball on, a fastball is high inside. And the count on DeRocher is 1-1. Ball 2. Walker's third ball was low and 20 outside. 2-1. Ball 2 and strike 1. Walker walks out of the box toward second base. Now he's in there again. The wind-up. Strike called. That was a third ball right over the heart of the plate. And now the count on DeRocher is 2-2. Ball 2 and strike 2. Has a drive out into center field. White going over a little bit under it. Waiting. He has it. 1 man out. Leo DeRocher, the Cardinals shortstop, fires to JoJo White. This hand is for Dizzy Dean. Jerome Dizzy Dean of the Cardinals batting. 1 out, nobody on. Coming. A ball up and back. Dizzy Dean let his bat slide out of his hand, and it rolls clear down past the third base pusher. Swung at that ball and fouled it off. Now the coach is swinging it back. Dizzy walks halfway down to get it. Shaking his pitching hand that time. With the bat strapped out of his hand, it probably stung for a moment. Dizzy gets a big handful of dirt, rubbing that old bat around there plenty. Much as to say he's got a real grip on it. Going. Another foul back. Strike two. The big boy is taking a lazy swing at that ball. That time he reached over the outside corner for a bad pitch. Gus swung rather leisurely at it. And the count is 2-0. Here's the windup. Strike two on Dizzy Dean. Back one out into left field. Looks like a base hit. It is a base hit. The Dean is rounding first. Gosler has the ball. Dean is going down. It's going to be close. It is close. He ties in. He's safe. A double. Oh, Dizzy Dean. Going up at 20, close to second base. But Gosler's return to Rosell was just a little bit on the pitcher's box side of the bag. And Dizzy Dean stood on the other side with a nice hook slide. And he is safe getting a two-base hit. Took a long, slow swing at that ball, just cut it right, and pumped it out to left field for two bases. Pepper Martin coming up. Last time up, Pepper struck out. There's the stretch and the pitch. He rocks one out to left. It's going to be foul. It is foul. Strike one. Boy, those two umpires, Bill Clem and Harry Geisel, were certainly out there in position to see that one. Harry Geisel running about 15 feet down toward third. He got a good view of that line. Strike one on Pepper Martin. There's the stretch and the pitch. Ball one, the fastball inside, and the count is ball one, strike one. Greenberg is playing back. So is Owen. They're not expecting it. The bunt. Ball one, strike one. Ball two, the third ball is outside. Never can tell what this Pepper Martin is going to do, you know. One man out, and Dizzy Dean is on second. There's a bounding ball down first. Greenberg has it. Walker covering. He's safe at first base. Walker coming over slowly, and Pepper Martin beating by an eyelash. There's a bit of an argument going on down there at first base. Wes Gehringer has his hat off. Gehringer, you know, is seldom in the argument. He probably said, looked like we had him. But Walker and Greenberg both talking to Dean Jordan. But Pepper Martin kicks it out. So it will be scored as a base hit. That puts Dizzy Dean on third base. Now we have runners on first and third. No runs in it yet. One man out. And Jack Blacklock, the Cardinal right fielder, left-hand batter coming up. The Tigers are going to play back, hoping to get a double play. Gehringer, Rose-Garrett, both playing deep. There's the stretch. Runners on first and third, one out. Blacklock hitting. The pitch. Pass is going down. The throw is in the turf. The pitch away from Gehringer, but Dean holds third base. After stolen base for Pepper Martin. Mike Cochran's throw landed about 10 feet in front of Gehringer. Gehringer stuck up his left hand and batted the ball 15 to 20 feet away, but Dizzy Dean, the pitcher, held fast to third base. Scored out of the stolen base for Pepper Martin. Ball one on Blacklock. Becker has his glove off now, is walking around the pitcher's box momentarily. This is a tough spot in this important ball game. Runners on second and third. Here's the windup. The pitch to Blacklock. Ball two, a curve ball. Blacklock stepped into that one. Then had to pull away fast. He's all those hits. Geisel comes out and punches off the plate. So a delay for a moment. Blacklock is out of the batter's box. Now he's in there ready to go. The count is ball two. The pitch. Ball three. Throw ball inside. It's 3-0. Frankie Creek will be up next. Here comes Brian Farrell. He left. The bases are loaded. I do not believe that was an intentional pass to Jack Latlock. Hooker was bearing down just a little bit too much. The play perhaps was not to give Latlock anything good and put a runner so there'd be a chance for a double play from each base. Frankie pitches up. The infield is still playing back, hoping for a double play. Run out, the bag's loaded. The pitch. A foul up and back. Strike on manager Frankie. Here's the pitcher, Gene is on third base. Papa Martin on second. Jack Latlock is on first. First half of the third inning, no runs. Scored as yet, and come out. Here's the windup. Strike one. Foul. The fastball is inside. Frankie Fish pulling away and then leaning back on his back. Count is ball one and strike one. Here's the windup, a long one, ball one, strike one. The high foul up and back into the stands, and a strike two. The roar that you heard, one of the Pearl fans caught that ball and has a World Series souvenir. Strike two and ball one. The umpire Geisel has tossed out a new ball. Hooker is out there with his glove off and is blowing on his hands. Now he's in there ready to go. Strike two, ball one, bags loaded, one out. The windup, coming. It's a ball. Outside. With the count 2-1. Hooker had one to wait. He tried a curveball, low outside, and now it's 2-2. All 2 and strike two. Here's the windup. 2-2. It's a drive to right field. It's curving foul. Everybody running. Latlock is around at third base. That ball landed about 3 or 4 yards outside the foul line. And the count on Frankie Fish remains 2-2. Latlock is coming back to first rather slowly. Keene is on third. Papa Martin on second. Latlock on first. One out, 2-2 on the hitter. Hooker getting the signal now. And here's that long windup. 2-2 to pitch. There's a smash into right field. It's a base hit. Jimmy Keene is coming across the plate. The ball gets away from back. Here comes Martin. Latlock is rounding third and coming in. Latlock also scored. The throw is to third base. 3-0 in favor of the Cardinals. With a bag loaded, Frankie Fish drove a low line drive out to right field. Pete Fox coming over back. Batted the ball over the foul line and scored from third. Martin scored from second. Latlock, who was a very fast runner, kept right on going and scored all the way standing up. It is scored as a two-base hit for Frankie Fish. It is now St. Louis Cardinals of the National League 3, Detroit of the American League nothing. Mike Conklin, Mervone, and Walker are standing over there about 5 feet inside the foul line near third base, having a bit of a conference. With the bags loaded and Frankie Fish, who has played in a good many World Series, stepped up there, and after getting a count of 2-2, he fouled off several, and then finally nailed one into right field. The schoolboy roll, his lead will replace Eldon Walker. That is not official as yet. Schoolboy roll is coming in, is the warming up outside there under the grandstand, and we believe in a moment it will be official that Schoolboy roll will replace Eldon Walker. Mike Conklin has taken the ball from the umpire now and walked out to the pitching rubber where Owen, Gehringer, and Greenberg. The ball walks over to the box. That is correct. Schoolboy roll officially will be the relieving pitcher. That all happened in the third inning, With one man gone, Dean pumped the double into left field. Papa Martin, then single. Beat out the slow bounder down first, putting Dean on third. Papa Martin stole second, and Jack Latlock took a base on ball, filling the bag. Frankie Fish then doubles to right field, clearing the bases and making it the Cardinals 3, the Tigers nothing. This is the seventh and final game of the World Series. The boys have battled tooth and nail during the past 6 days. 2 games here at Maven Field, next 3 over at Sportsman Park in St. Louis, and they returned here yesterday. The Cardinals won, forcing the 7th game, and here it is. Here in the first half of the 3rd inning. Ready to go again, and Joe Medwick, the left fielder of the Cardinals, will be first to face Schoolboy Rowe. There's the stretch, and the pitch. A bounding ball down to Rogel. Rogel to Greenberg, and Medwick is out. Priest going to third on the play. Unnecessarily, Frankie Priest slid into third base, taking no chances of being put out. Now we have 2 men out, and Ripper Collins, the first backer of the Cardinals, left-hand batter, is up. Ripper Collins. It's the first ball, takes the base hit into left field. Priest scores from third. Dawson fumbles a moment, picks it up, puts it into Rogel, and Collins got to first. The Cardinals 4, Tigers nothing. Bill Delancey, the Cardinals catcher, will be the next hitter. The score, the St. Louis Cardinals 4, Detroit Tigers nothing. A 4-run rally by the Cardinals in this, the first half of the 3rd inning. There's the stretch. The pitch. It's the ball high inside. 1-0 on Bill Delancey. Schoolboy Rowe takes the stretch. A peek at first, and now the delivery. It's a ball inside. The shot breaking third ball at Bill Delancey. Skipped out of the way, and the count is 2-0. There's the stretch again. Delancey batting in the count of ball 2. It is as it flashed out into right field, going, out into right field, a base hit, the ball turns off the barrier, Collins is rounding third, he keeps right on going, here's the player at the plate, and Collins beats the throw and is safe. Bill Delancey stopping his second, hits a double. Bill Delancey, the Cardinal catcher, took that ball, and it's coming across the letters, and he nailed it to the right field corner for 2 bases. It is now the St. Louis Cardinals 5, Detroit Tigers 7. Schoolboy Rowe is now looking over the Tigers dugout. Here's 2 for the afternoon. We believe that Hawkscup will be the next pitcher. That is not official as yet. It won't be until he reports to the umpire. Keith Hawkscup, left-hand pitcher, is being announced as the official replacement in the box for the Tigers. The next hitter, the 9th hitter of the inning, by the way, will be Ernie Orsatti, the little center fielder. The umpire, Harry Geisel, umpire-in-chief behind the plate, is called play ball, and we're about ready to go. Hawkscup, you know, is a left-hand pitcher. Delancey on second of the pitch. It's a ball. A hook ball breaks inside for Ernie Orsatti, and the count is 1-0. Orsatti being the 9th hitter of this inning. Ball 2, a fastball that knocks Orsatti down. Picks himself up rather slowly, dusting himself off, and the count is ball 2. There's that long, slow stretch, and the pitch. Strike called. With a count 2-0, Alan Walker with a fastball right down the alley for a called strike. Ball 2 and strike 1. Now the stretch. It's a high foul over and back to third. Owen going over fast. He doesn't catch up with it, and the count is 2-2 on Ernie Orsatti. Geisel rolls the new ball out there to Hawkscup, and then ducks the plate off. Marvon is getting back in position towards shortstop O'Gell with Bill Delancey returning to second base. First half of the 3rd inning, 2 men out. And the count is ball 2, strike 2. There's the stretch. And the pitch. Ball 3. The sweeping curveball is outside. A near wild pitch with Cochran going out fast to get it. Nigel takes one look at it and tosses it over to the Tiger dugout. 3-2 the pitch. All foul. O'Shea left. Leo DeRosa, the Cardinals shortstop, coming up for the second time in this inning. He opened this inning with a long fly ball in center field for the first out. Leo DeRosa, right-hand hitter, is up. There's the check. There's a base hit into right field. Delancey rounding third base. The coach holds him up. The bags are loaded. That was a nice throw by Fox to Cochran. Bill Delancey had gone to third base, but the coach over there held him up, and now we have the bases loaded. Two out, and Dizzy Dean coming up. Here's something funny. Every one of the Cardinals have reached base at least once in this inning, except Joe Medley. Dizzy Dean comes off the bench rather slowly. It's a pretty stiff breeze blowing, just a little bit chillier here this afternoon. Dean took some time getting his jersey off. Bags are loaded to about 2 outs. Dizzy Dean is up. The pitch. Strike. Foul. Delancey is on third. O'Shea on second. DeRosa on first. Here's the pitch. And a high bounding ball down third on is in fast. Picks it up and is unable to make a play. It's a big hit. Delancey crosses the plate and Dizzy Dean hits base at first. He threw high with that ball, stopped it, to hit the edge of home plate and bounded about 20 or 25 feet in the air. Dizzy Dean, you know, is 25. Third on came in fast and saw that there was no chance of getting Delancey at the plate and no chance of getting Dean at first, so just hung on to the ball. That's the second hit of the inning for Dizzy Dean. The score now, the Cardinals 6, Tigers 7. Bases still loaded, 2 outs, and John Pepper Martin, Cardinal third baseman, will be next. We'll wait a moment while Dizzy Dean gets that white Cardinal red sweater on. Last time up, Pepper Martin single. In the first inning, he struck out. Keith Hofstedt, left-hander, is in the box. Dizzy Dean has it, sweater on now, ready to go. The pitch, ball on, fastball is inside. Pepper Martin pulls away. Count is 1-0. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Fastball was over, but just a little bit low. Now the count on Pepper Martin is 2-0. He's the 12th Cardinal batter of the inning. Ball 3. Another low one outside. 3-0. All 3, the bags loaded. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. He whacked. That forces O'Shea across the plate. The Cardinals 7, the Tigers 7. Mickey Coppel has left off to the pitcher's box again and is having a conference out there with Keith Hofstedt. He taps him on the shoulder, and Hofstedt is slowly walking out of the box over toward the Tiger bench, which is on the third base side of Navin Field. Many of the old-time baseball celebrities are here, the World Series this year, and it's really good to see them all. Outstanding among them, wherever it goes, is the one and only Babe Ruth. We're going to give you a few of these facts now because the next Tiger pitcher is not walked out as yet, and apparently now it'll be some moments before he does. Babe Ruth, you know, is sitting here in the press box. Word has gone out through the newspapers that Babe Ruth will not sign a contract to play ball next year, but that he will sign a contract to manage one of the clubs. We believe that Tommy Bridges is coming in to be the next pitcher. So many old familiar figures, among them some of the umpires. Dick Mallon was looking at the Junior World Series this year. Also was here to witness two of the fine ball games. Boy Van Claflin, formerly of the American League, is also around this morning. Chris Seeker, perhaps the greatest center fielder of all time, is here. Eddie Collins, there's another name that comes to it. Nat flies away of the Indians, formerly the Cleveland Nats, and Eddie Collins, you know. The experts will tell you that they were two great second batters. Eddie Collins is here perhaps trying to buy some outstanding ball players for Tom Yawkey of the Boston Red Sox. Tommy Bridges hit that great game for the Tigers. Will take up the pitching now for Detroit Tigers. You know, Orchard started, Rose came in, then Keith Halstead, and now Tommy Bridges. Jack Rothrock will be up. The base is loaded, 2 men out. 7 runs across the base for the Cardinals. Bridges starts his wind-up on the pitch to Rothrock, the left-hand hitter. Ball 1. Fastball is inside. 2 men out in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, you know, and here's the windup. There's a bounding ball. Gallagher comes up with a practice to Rotel. Boston flies, but he is out. That ball for the Cardinals in the first half of the 3rd inning. Ford, where have you been? Come in. I've been right here watching this first half, the 3rd inning of this World Series ball game between the Cardinals and the Tigers. This broadcast comes to you with the compliments of the Ford Motor Company and the Ford dealers of America, and comes direct from Navenfield, Detroit. Here is the story of the disastrous first half of the 3rd inning. For the Tigers, the Cards at bat, the Rocher up a long fly to right, he was out in left center field. Dean at bat, a fly to left field, set to a double by slide into second. Martin came up, beat out a hit to Greenberg. The play Greenberg to Arthur, and he was safe on a very close decision. Rothrock then up. Martin went down, got away with a steal of second. Rothrock walked. Fish at bat. Fish double to right field, scoring Dean, Martin, and Rothrock. Nedwick came up, and Lowe replaced Arthur. Nedwick was out, broke out to Greenberg. Fish going to 3rd. Collins at bat, single to left, scoring Fish. Delancey double to the barrier, scoring Collins. Alsati was up, and he walked. The Rocher single, sending into Delancey. Alsati going to 2nd. Dean at bat, bounded to 3rd. Horn couldn't make a play. Delancey scored. Martin up, walked, sending Alsati across. Rothrock was finally out when Bridges replaced Rowe. Replaced Hodgett on a bounder down to 2nd. All right, come in, Tom Manning. Here we go into the last half of the 3rd. Pete Fox is the hitter, right-hand corner. The pitch. It's the ball. The fastball is low outside. This is the first time up this afternoon for Pete Fox. Here's the pitch. Strike. Ball. Ball 1 and strike 1. Ball 1, strike 1. Dizzy Dean, you know, has had a long rest. Here's the pitch. A fire up and back. Strike 2. Fox is up, and Tommy Bridges on deck. Dizzy Dean has his glove off and breaking that ball. Pete Fox, the right fielder of the Tigers, and the count is strike 2 and ball 1. The windup. And the pitch. Has a drive out in the center field. Orstati moving on a little bit. He's under it. He takes it. Pete Fox nailed that fastball and drove it on a line out to Ernie Orstati, the Cardinals center fielder. 1 gone in the final half of the 3rd inning. Tommy Bridges coming up to the plate. Tommy walking up there rather slowly. And he steps into the batter's box. Dean getting the signal from Bill Delancey. The windup and the first pitch. Strike. Tommy Bridges takes the cut at that one and misses. As the ground ball to Chris. Chris knocks the ball down. Picks it up close to Collins, and Bridges is out. That was a hot smash that turned off the knee of Frankie Fish, Cardinals second baseman. Rolls 4, 5 feet away. He pounced on it, whipped it over to Collins, and Bridges is out. The Tigers have batted around. And White coming up for the second time. JoJo White, the Tiger center fielder. The first pitch. Foul up and back at third base. Strike one. The Tigers have not made a hit-off team as yet to know. Strike. Foul. JoJo White stuck out his back that time as if to bunt. Papa Martin came in fast, and again, as he did the other day, Delancey whipped that ball right down at it. Maybe that's a match, I don't know. Strike two. White to know, batsman left-handed. 2 men out. No doubt around. The pitch. As the ground out into center field, turning off Scotty going over in the left shoulder under it, and he takes it. That's all for the Tigers in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's 7-0, favoring the St. Louis Cardinals in this ball game, which is coming to you from Maven Field, Detroit.
This is WMAQ, the Chicago Daily News Station.
For the first half of the fourth inning, so you know the Cardinals 7, the Tigers nothing. And Frankie Fritz, the Cardinal manager, will be first up in the final half of the fourth. Tom Bridges, you know, the right-hander, is in the box for Detroit Tigers. Gets the signal, now the windup, and we're ready to go. First hitting. All run. That was a fast ball right at the feet of Frankie Fish. Frankie jumped out of the way and then fell on the ground. Now he's getting up. Ball one, the count. There's the windup of Tommy Briggs. A bounding ball down to Gallagher. He comes up with it cleanly, crosses the Greenberg, pushes out at first. 1 man out in the fourth inning. Joe Medley, the left fielder. The only man in the Cardinal lineup who has not made a hit as yet. He made 20 during the season, and he's made 20 in the series so far. Up twice with no hit. Strike. Takes a terrific cut and misses. There's the windup again. Pitch has it back into right field. Back going back, coming over under it, and he takes it. 2 men out. Nobody out. And Ripper Collins, the Cardinals, 2 strike runs, but there was 3 out. Took off his glove and started in for the bench. Here's the first pitch to Collins. As it smashed out in the right field, it's a base hit. Pete Fox coming in, hits the ball up, returns it to Gallagher at second, and Collins has his 3rd hit of the afternoon. 3 singles. Bill Delancey, the Cardinal catcher, will be next. He has a double, all 2 times at bat. Bill Delancey bats him left-handed. Here's the pitch. Hits the ball outside. Tommy Bridges, you know, is not very big, weighing around 155, 160 pounds. Here's the pitch. A bounding ball slowly down to Gallagher. Gallagher crosses to Rochelle. Iron is out at second. Delancey throws one down to Geringer, who tosses over to Rochelle, covering second base. Forcing balance at second for the act. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Here comes Mr. Saffron out, accompanied by the applause of the Detroit fans here in the stands as he comes out here in the Tigers half of the 4th inning. Come in, John Manning. So far, the Cardinals have made 11 hits off the set of pitches of the Tigers. And the Tigers of the American League and Detroit have not made a hit as yet. Roselle reaching base on an error. Mike Cochran leads off in the last half of the 4th. He winds up the pitch. It's a ball. Higher inside, and the count is 1-0 on Mike Cochran. There's the wind up again. Strike, curve. There's a hook there with Compton all the way from. Hit the inside corner, and the Cardinals ball one and strike one. The windup and the pitch. The high fly ball. Here's second base. Frankie Frick is under it. Frick has it. One man out in the final half of the fourth inning. Charlie Gehringer coming up. Some of the boys call him Gehringer, some of them call him Gehringer. Charlie himself says it's Gehringer. You and I split it up, Tom, to suit everybody. That's right. We split it up to suit everybody. Gehringer gets a nice hand and all ready to go. Dean winds up on the first pitch to Gehringer. Strike, throw. Dizzy Dean. It's still burned down on third in spite of the fact that he has a 7-run lead. Taking no chances. The pitch. It's the first hit. The first hit of the afternoon to right field. Scott Blacklock picks the ball up, shoots it in to Leo Delay to the second, and Gehringer stops the first. The first Tiger hit of the afternoon. Bruce Donaldson coming up. The Tiger fans have not given up as yet. Over there rooting for a Bronco base hit to Jeff. The set. Ball on. The fast ball over the plate is just a little bit too high. Last half of the fourth inning, one out. Gehringer on first. Donaldson hitting ball one. The fly ball, short left field. The Roaster going back. Medwick coming in. Medwick under it, and he has it in short left field. 2 out. Gehringer on first. Billy Roaster. He's short shortstop. Who's hitting left-hander this afternoon. Here's back next. Billy Roaster. Dean takes the strut and the pitch. It's too high. Ball one. Dizzy Dean is out of the box, looking in there, getting a signal. Now he pulls the slab. The set. The Marvin ball on the first. Chris picks it up, passes to DeRocher. And DeRocher throws the ball over the first just to show the fans that it was a double play, which was not necessary, of course. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. 4. Cochran is back for the Dodgers in the fourth, and Cochran pops one up towering Highland, which first hit on the grass, just to the edge of the grass, back in second base. Gehringer, Charlie Gehringer then came up, drove one into right field for a single in the first hit off Dean for the afternoon. Goslin then is back, a fly to Medwick, Medwick coming in fast in the short left, and took it for the out. Rogan at bat, forced Gehringer at second, driving one down the face, Chris Dawson to DeRocher covering the track. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the score is 7-0 in favor of the Louis Cardinals. 7 runs made in the third inning. 11 hits. The Cardinals have presented so far to 1 hit for the Detroit Tigers. We go into the 5th inning now with Ernie O'Farrell. California boy coming up there, rubbing something out of his eyes. He steps up to the batter's box. After a toss around, Bridges walks up to the mound, and here's Tom Manning to give it to you. Right on forward, ready for the first half of the 5th. Ernie O'Farrell, the center field of the Cards. Left-hand batter, who has a single on the base-on balls is up. The pitch, strike throw. Tommy Bridges, center fastball, front high, right down the alley. Coming. The high fly ball. Out to short left field. Garfin coming in, waiting for it, and he has it. 1 gone. Captain Leo DeRocher coming up. Yesterday afternoon, Leo had 3 hits. He's just about the happiest kid in these United States. I'll tell you that. He admits himself he's not much of a batter, but he was all right yesterday. The first pitch, strike, down. Let's see, Leo has 1 hit out of 2 trips to the plate this afternoon. 5th inning, 1 out, nobody on. The windup. There's a high fly ball to left field. Garfin coming over about 5 yards under the plate. He has it. 2 out, nobody on. Dizzy Dean will be the next batter. Busy Dean sitting on the bench waiting for his turn at bat. He's coming up there working very slowly. Busy getting an eye can from the fans here at Detroit. He steps up to the plate. The paper flying around down there. There's shortstop. Simon was called for a moment as Billy Rochelle gets his foot on it. Now the fans are having some fun. Gets away from him. Finally, he catches up with it and they're ready to go. First half of the fifth inning, the Cards 7, Tigers nothing, 2 outs, nobody on. Dean is up, and the pitch. Strike, swing, takes a terrific cut, and the roar of the crowd comes up as he swings all the way around, pivoting, and then falls to the ground. Here's the pitch again. Again, Dean swings from way back. I think he's trying to please the crowd. Now he doesn't care they're getting a kick out of it. 2 strikes to hitters. Busy Dean taking 3 great big long halting swings all the way from the west coast to the east coast, and he missed them for the strikeout ending the Cardinal half of the fifth inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And here's what happened. Early York starting first up. Fired out to Garfield. Leo DeRocher also fired to Garfield. Busy Dean then came up and took 3 long swings rather leisurely, and then walked over to the Cardinal dugout and got a drink of water, and now he's walking slowly out to the pitching rubber to take up his pitching duty against the Tigers in the last half of the fifth inning. So far, the Cardinals have scored 7 runs. They've made 11 hits. Then the recipient has 3 bases on balls. He got that 7 runs, 11 hits, 3 bases on balls. While the Tigers, on the other hand, have bat 4 times. They have made 1 hit. That's by Charlie Carrier in the 4th inning. Billy Rochelle reached base in the 2nd inning on Leo DeRocher's error. With one of the Tiger half of the 5th inning, Hank Greenberg will be first up. And Fort Barron will describe the play for you. So, he's in there. Here's the pitch. A ball. Going outside to big Hank Greenberg, who bats right. Delancey takes it and tosses out to Dean, who's out there on the mound, standing just at the edge of the shadow, which cuts across the pitcher's mound. He goes into his wind-up, shoots it in. A ball right to about the same position, still outside to the right-handed batter. Ball 2. Greenberg swings his bat back and forth, looping it around down 30 feet. Then Dean goes in his wind-up, here's the pitch. He swings for a strike. 2 balls and strike 1. That's the count on Big Hank Greenberg, first batter for the Tigers here in their half of the 5th inning. The score 7-0 favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. Dean out there, he's put on the rubber, gets the signal and goes to his wind-up. Here it is. He smacks one out at the first hit into right center. Comes on down the first for Green. Bad Jack Rothrock, who shoots it into first. And Big Hank is down on first base here. Single to reset it. Marvin Owen of San Jose, California. 2 up there for batters, that's net. Delancey has walked out and handed the ball to Biz Dean, a new one, and he's rubbing it off, breaking the cover to get it to Judy. Rubs his foot across in front of the rubber. Reaches up a throw there and walks over. Puts his foot into it, glances on Greenberg at the pitch. A ball outside to Marv Owen, who's batting right. Another collegiate boy, Marv Owen. He's down there batting now with 1 on. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. He strikes one high, out into right center. Rothrock goes back under and has it in the net. Hank Greenberg, who had gotten 2/3 away down to second base, is back over to first. 1 on, 1 out, and Pete Fox due up. Pete Fox, a Hoosier lad, Evansville, Indiana. So far in this series, Pete has 6 hits to his credit. Dusty Stapp, as he steps up there, he bats right, facing Busy Dean. His U-turned with his back to Greenberg. As he comes up, pitches on the rubber, then glance over his shoulder. Greenberg takes a little lead in the pitch. A foul back into the stream. Foul, strike 1. They started up rhythmic tapping in the stands. Listen. Dean gets the signal, steps up on the mound, goes into his set, glances over, and here's the pitch.
A swinging strike through. Missing it cleanly. A cooler on what Dean put across there then. The Lancey shot was down there, gave the signal. Wind up in the step. Here it is. A bounding foul over into the Tigers' dugout. Going in there where one of the boys doing their thing to close it down into the northern recesses of the dugout. Guilty Fox up there, strike two on him. Dean with his back to Greenberg, glancing at it over his shoulder as he comes up, looking to his wind up in the stretch, and another glance. Here it is. A ball, called. A ball called there by Harry Guy, who's down there. And it's one ball and strike two. Harry Guy was calling him behind the plate today. Ball one and strike two. And Greenberg on first. Wow, here's the pitch. Fox has got the left. Dustin's up off. Greenberg down there, going to third base, looking down at it. As he thinks he's going to one corner. Pete Fox adjusting his trousers and trying to get up across the more left side as he hit the dirt down there under Frankie Baker's leg. Here's Tommy Bridges. Tommy Bridges is back, facing Dean. Here's the pitch. A ball strike on Tommy Bridges. 2 on, 1 out, strike 1. Last out of the fifth inning. 4-7 nothing business into a Cardinals. Tommy Bridges, the Tiger pitcher up. Here's the pitch. A ball strike. Strike 2. Dean working very hard down there on the mound now, facing Bridges. Greenberg taking lead off third. Pete Fox off second, far off. Long shot of second down. Here's the pitch. A ball high inside the right-handed batter. Ball 1 and strike 2. Dizzy grabs his shirt and his trousers and pulls at the red peak of that cap. Very cap with a flaming cardinal peak. Goes to his lineup. Here's the pitch. A ball strike and Bridges turns and walks around. They got passing his bat ahead of him. Bridges of Gordon's base on a 2. Replaced now by Jojo White. Lands to Georgia. Red Oak, really? He gives, as the place he starts to come in this world. Jojo walks in there now, feeling his bat behind him. He bats left. Dean has walked out again. Again is pulling at his belt and his cap. Taking his shirt and trousers. Looks around at Pete Fox. Also over Greenberg on third. Stands there throwing the rubber. Watching the Lancey for the signal. Stands there motionless. Dean takes off. Net out there, rubs his hand, then steps back off the rubber, comes up to it again, hitches his trousers, goes into his line up there, Fox. Here's the pitch. A bounder, down to second, here's the pitch, and should have to Collins for the out. Retiring the side. Come in, Tom Manning. Well, that was a play by DeRosa again, a brilliant play. The runners on second and third for that out. Hank Greenberg is post up. He swings it to right center. Now Owen ends on a hole of 1 and hit it squarely toward right field. As he told you, that wind is blowing in from right field this afternoon, and it blows up there up. And that's where the Blackhawks could get under it and make the catch. Pete Fox then dropped the double to left center. Heads up, face running, and a beautiful backslide beating is going to the infield. Greenberg back to third. Tommy Bridges then came up and was called out on strike. Strike came up. Swung hard, got to top the ball. It was a hard bounder, slow bounder. Theodore is coming over right in front of the second base cushion. Picks the ball up, hold on. 2 hits and no errors. We've come to the conclusion of the 5th inning, and the nationwide broadcast of the World Series games are brought to you by the Ford Motor Company. We go to the first half of the 6th inning. The Cardinals coming to bat.
Pepper Martin will be first up. A right-hand batter with Tommy Bridges and Mickey Cochran beside the battery. Third. And the Cardinals leading 7-0 as Pepper Martin takes his place in the batter's box down there. Down to rubber, steps to the back of the box. Bridges goes to his windup. Here it is. A strike. A looper coming over there. Low ball or a called strike. Strike one. Pepper pulls his cap as Bridges now has stepped up onto the mound. Goes to his windup. Here it is. He cracks one into short left for a base hit. Round first. Going on down in the second. Godwin makes the throw into Rodell. He crabs in and is called safe by Brick Owen. Rodell taking the throw from Godwin, who fielded it out there. Scored by the official scores as a single and an error. The error on the field. Here's the pitch to the next batter. Jack Rothrock is up there, and it's the ball. Wide and outside to the left-handed batter. Pepper Martin down on second. Bridges goes to his stretch. Here's the pitch. He strikes the fly out into left center. Godwin's over, under it, and has it for the out. Pepper Martin starts to go down, but Godwin wings it in to Marv Owen, and Martin is held on second. One out, one on, and Frank Straits due up at the plate. He comes up, pulling at his trousers, pulling at the peak of his cap and adjusting it. They all seem to want to get themselves perfectly comfortable before they step into the batter's spot. Frankie always takes himself a little toe, hold his left foot as he steps up there, swings his bat back and forth and got him a couple of times, up and down, and places back on his shoulder. Bridges looks around Martin. Here's the pitch. A drive out into left center. Well, the Joe White comes in and has it, wings it into second, and Martin is again forced to hold the base by the quick throw in. Toss around for the moment to Greenberg, and he wings it over to Bridges. Joe Medwick follows straight. He's in there now, facing, batting right. Martin down on second. Has no hit. He says nothing. Here he is. A foul strike on Joe Medwick. First ball delivered to him. The only man in the Cardinal lineup without a hit who's got the captain. Here's the pitch. He swings hard and drives one high, out into deep right center, bounds off the barrier. He starts skating around second. The runner is in. He goes on down to third, the relay, and he's safe at third base. Ralph roars as he runs into the third baseman, covering the ball. Joe Medwick, he just got down a hard one down there, and there's some little trouble between the boys, between Marv Owen and Joe Medwick. He came in hard in that bag, pushing the third baseman away from the third bag. The umpire came out at the moment. He was wrong between them. Medwick is standing on the bag. The coach, Guy Perkins, gone over between the boys. There's to be a little hard feelings down there for the moment. Got a discussion down there on third base as to who did what to who. But the bag was actually blocked, and he hit him there unintentionally hard, running into it with his foot. And he played in there. Rogel had got the relay in from three spots. Well, his team just backed it up down there without any misunderstanding. They thought he was out on the back, cutting the boys. Everybody's friendly again. One thought the other was just doing too many bad things. The young man, it looks to a moment as if he would have some really excitement down there on third base. But they seem to have backed it up, and Medwick who's standing on the base, had to close it up, patted Marver and shoulder. Now we have Dick Collins down here. He was waiting for all the attempt to get over out there at third base. A run in, two out, and Medwick on third. Dick Collins at bat. Bridges back in the box now. Second thing on the rising bag. Third and fourth and second. Greenberg. Here's the pitch. A foul strike. Low ball, cutting the inside corner, looping out over there. Strike one is the count on him. Here's the wind up, and
the pitch. And the course is in the way to play, dropping away to get his head out of the way of that ball. Ball one, and strike one is the count. Wind up. Here's the pitch. He drops one hard over second base, right in front of you, the face hit. A finger going. That's it. That one down to second base.
And Wright has trouble handling the ball out there. A single and an error. Here's the official scorer down on that one. The error on center fielder Jojo White. So Rip Collins is down on second. 2 runs in, and Bill Delancey coming up, capping the plate there. The score is now 9-0. Favor the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's the pitch. He swings hard, missing it cleanly for strike one. Delancey steps clear out the batter's box on that. Wipes off his hands in the dirt before he comes back up. While pitch is waiting for him, he steps out of the mound. Dusted his hand on the Rausenberg again. Out of the grandstand now, stretches almost out to second base. Stepping too short and curving on around over first. Bridges looks around the grip silence. Here's the pitch. He's got the high power back and forth. Marlborough goes back fast. But it's flat where he can't do a thing with it into the boxes above third and back of there. So Marlborough and drops back in. After blasting the stands, as it bounds away from those who try to get it. Lancey again. Back in the batter's box. Strike 2 is the count on him. 2 runs in this inning. Here's the pitch. He swings hard at it again. He drops the third strike. That is off down to Greenberg. For the out. Retiring the side. Come in, John Manning. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Pepper Martin was placed up, and he singled to left field. He went to second when Doricklin fumbled the ball, getting an error. That's left. Wide to Dawson. Quick, right to White. Joe Redwick then got a hold of him and drove it against the barrier in right center field, scoring Pepper Martin. And Joe Redwick went into third base. He and Marlborough tangled up over there. With Redwick sliding, he knocked Marlborough down. The boys got up. They squared off. But before any damage could be done, the players stepped between them, and the fight was over. Redwick is going out to left field now. They're throwing apples and bananas and oranges. Everything imaginable is being tossed out on the field at Joey Redwick. Yes, hundreds of pieces of fruit. There's bottles coming out there now. It's a terrible situation for the moment out there in left field. Joey Redwick, the players are telling Joe to come in off the field. So bottles and fruit. They have oranges and apples. The preacher likes to know who stood in line for hours and hours waiting for tickets to get in here. They brought their lunch with them. They're not going to eat it this afternoon, but they'll store at Medway. And left field now looks like an orchard, a wind-blown orchard. Apples, oranges, and bottles of every description are lying out around the field there. The groundskeepers now are rushing out there. Umpire Rick Owen, umpire Scramble also rushed out there. In preacher right, has score at Joe Medwick, who stood into third base. Perhaps he unintentionally slid in to Marlborough. And the boys had a bit of an argument over there. And the preacher right style are taking part in the argument by throwing everything that they can get their hands on out into left field. The regular David Field ground crew have all gone out there now. They're picking up the bottles and everything. But the fans are standing there waving their handkerchiefs, newspapers and hats and everything at Joey Medwick, the Cardinal left fielder. In the meantime, let us get back to the ball game. As we go into the Tiger half of the 6th inning, it will be 9-0 in favor of the Cardinals. In that inning again, the first half of the 6th, Martin singled to left field, went to second on Goslin's fumble. Rothrock then tried to Gosling. Quick tried to White. Then Medwick tripled, scoring Martin, and then the appearance of third base. Collins then singled to center field. It was Collins' 4th hit of the afternoon. It sent Medwick across the plate, making it the Cardinals of the National League 9, Detroit of the American League nothing. Collins 6 seconds when White, Jojo White, the center fielder fumble. Delancey then struck out. And here's the pitcher in left field again. The groundskeepers are doing a great job of getting left field cleaned up. The fans are all standing up there. You can hear the booing. The clock appears. The word
baseball, and that is for Joey Medrick, the Cardinals left fielder.
Bob, it looks to me like the ground crew got into the cleanup.
There's a point back by John Wilson. He says, look like the ground keepers are going to the cleanup position. That's fine, Don. You know, Don, they don't see this in a football game. It's only in a crucial battle in the World Series. And it's colorful event. It has reached the seventh game. These players have battled to the tooth and nail until they brought the count up to 6-6. They meet here at Raven Field this afternoon before another great strong of baseball enthusiasts, not only from Detroit, but from every part of the United States. They are here, everybody enthusiastic. And just at the moment, they are plenty over enthusiastic. The groundskeepers who have that ground cleared off back there, who are ready to resume play. But again, these fans of Bleacher right back there have cast everything that they have in the bleachers out onto the field. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a picture that you all want to know. I've given you my view of it. I'm turning the microphone over to Don Wilson for a moment. Don, come on in.
This is one of those very, very tense moments in a baseball game when most anything can happen to a player if he gets back out there near that bleacher stand. Well, that's what I believe the man before coming to our picture. A photographer went out there to get a hold of Medwick, get a picture of him. Medwick coming in from the apple orchard out there, and Medwick picks up an orange and fires away at the photographer down here, saying the audacity of the photographer to come out here and take my picture under such circumstances. It looks through the eyes of this casual observer from way up here at this altitude as though it might be rather a dangerous thing for Medwick to go back into that left field orchard out there again. And an orchard it is literally. Not figuratively, but literally this time. If he should have to go back to that fence to catch a fly ball, those fans in their anger at him for an act which may or may not have taken place down here, we're not in a position to say. The anger of the fans might provoke the throwing of a bottle or an orange or something that might cause an injury to that ball player down there. What they're going to do about it, of course, remains to be seen. It's one of those very tense moments. You know, these things happen in all sporting contests at this time. Nerves are very taut. Everyone is on edge. And even though the Cardinals have a very comfortable lead in this seventh and final game in this 1934 World Series, still the nerves of all the players, even with that comfortable lead, are very, very much on edge. So that's one of those things that can happen. And after it's all over with, why, everybody's sorry for it. They shake hands and make up. Tom Manning has given you this picture, which we can't hardly elaborate on any further. Tom, will you come in and continue?
I want to take just a moment. It's been a long time since we told the folks. We've had a great time out here for 7 days, and the Ford Motor Company hopes that the crowds that are listening in at the showrooms of Ford dealers throughout the United States and Canada, as well as everywhere else, are enjoying these games. Nothing doing in the way of starting players yet. As Don Wilson told you, the ground crew is out there in the cleanup position. The score at this time is 9-0 in favor of the Cardinals of the National League. Joe Medwick is going back out to left field. The ground has been cleaned off, and once again the fans out there in left field are standing up. They're throwing whatever they have left now. Here comes some more oranges, some more apples and everything else. Here comes a couple of more bottles. They're throwing everything that they have out there in the field again. And once more, umpire Rick Owen, umpire Bill Clem, those two veteran umpires of the Major League, Owen of the American and Clem of the National, have walked out there. Clem is coming in now and is saying something to Pepper Martin. In the meantime, Frankie Cook, the manager of the Cardinals, is walking out there tracking the pitch over, as is Captain Leo DeRosa. Once again, the ground crew make every possible attempt. They're holding up their hands, asking the fans to allow the game to continue. But I don't believe that they're going to allow Joe Medrick to play left field. But the Cardinals, you know, they have a pride all of their own. They hate to give up and bring Joe Medrick out of there. But I fear Frankie Fish now is hoping to Joe Medrick to come in. Medrick is walking slowly in from left field. Let's give you the picture now of the Dean boys down here. Dizzy Dean has had his sweater on and off on several occasions. Just at the moment, the backbone of the Cardinals has again run out of the field, taking that bright red sweater trimmed in black out to Dizzy Dean, who is the Cardinal pitcher of the afternoon. And Bill Delancey and Dean now are walking out towards left field. It's going to be some moments here before play can be resumed at Navy Field here in Detroit. The umpires have all congregated down there just in front of the shortstop position. Nigel and Owen of the American League, Dean Bearden and Bill Crum of the National League. They're having some sort of a conference down there. While all of the Cardinals are in a flat seated huddle right at the shortstop position. And we're going to turn the microphone over to Paul Bond, who thinks he sees something different now. Paul.
The conference of umpires is going on down there now, Tom. It's different from the several conferences which have gone on before. We've had several down here while this orchid throwing was going on. And now the four of them who in Congress amount have stepped over to speak to manager Frankie First. What their decision has been after this reception given to Joe Medwick out there in left field will be announced in just a moment. The players are moving back to their position. The team is walking back up to the mound. One of the boys carrying his Cardinal red jersey out. Medwick has walked out there. He certainly seems to be able to take it. He stood there facing the fans, taking all the boos and the jeers which they offered him. Now he's walked out there amid that, and more of the fruit is starting to come down. Lemons, oranges are starting to slice down around Joe Medwick again. The Looters, the White Looters here in the stands, and the bleachers out in left field are showing their displeasure with the happening at third base, which of course no one can tell just exactly what it was. Both the boys patted each other as they left. But Medwick walking out there in the field is getting the same blood reception every time, and the groundskeepers are out again. What do you see over there, Tom Manning?
Just at the moment, here's something going to happen. We're going to follow this play all the way out for you. Manager Mickey Cochran of the Detroit Tigers, a great favorite in Detroit, has been asked by Frankie Fish to go to left field to see what can be done about it. Mickey Cochran, being a big sport, is walking out to left field with his bat in his hand and is now holding up his hand, asking the bleacher right to refrain from throwing anything else out on the field. Mickey Cochran, however, doesn't go all the way out to left field. He stopped out there at the moment and is talking to Clem and Rick Owen. And now he's coming back toward the plate, and once again, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, about a dozen of the groundskeepers are out there, and for the trying to get the field cleared off. Oh! A bottle that came out of the stands over there just barely missed one of the groundskeepers out there who has a big pail trying to pick up the fruit and the bottles and so forth. Mickey Cochran has walked in now and is standing right at the third base. Getting back toward the plate again for the moment. All right, we'll get it for you as soon as we can up over the side here. Doug Landis now, who is commissioner of baseball, still up in his box and has called Joe Medwick over to his box. Joe Medwick is coming in from left field. All of the Cardinals players are running in, all going over to Landis' box, but they are stopped at the line by the umpires. Joe Medwick now is over with his top off, gentlemanly, standing there talking to the commissioner of baseball. The photographers are standing out there on the field. They've climbed over the barrier, and they are taking pictures of Joe Medwick and Frankie Fish as they stand there talking to the commissioner of baseball, Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis, who's occupying a box along the first baseline. Mickey Cochran has also walked over and is in the conference now. Greenberg has also come over. The umpires are walking over now. Let's see. Clem has gotten over to the commissioner's box, and the commissioner is there doing all of the talking at the moment with Medwick, Fish, Cochran, and Greenberg all standing there with their arms around in a close huddle so that no one except the umpires and the players will be able to hear what the commissioner has to say. He has waved his hand up in the air now like an umpire would say to get out of the park or something. But Frankie Fish is saying something back to him. He's pulling up his trousers as he walks away. I believe that it's not official as yet that Medwick is out of the game. That Commissioner Landis after his conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not say that Commissioner Landis has put him out because that is not official. But after the conference, at the box, of Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis, Joe Medwick walked to the Cardinal bench. We think that the commissioner has ordered Frankie Figg to replace Medwick in left field. That is at least our observation from our broadcasting position. And now for the benefit of our thousands of friends, perhaps, who would like to catch up those who are just getting home from work, I want to tell you that in the first half of the sixth inning here, the score, the St. Louis Cardinals of the National League 9, Detroit Tigers, nothing. It was in the sixth inning that Joe Medwick threw the ball into deep right center field. The ball turned off the barrier out there, and it was a close play at third base. Joe Medwick left his feet and slid into third. He and Merv Owen, the Tiger third baseman, both fell to the ground. They got up and squared off. The players stepped between them, and when Joe Medwick went out to play left field for the Cardinals, he beat the right. Threw everything that they had. Many of them were carrying lunches. Threw oranges, apples, bananas, and sandwiches of every description and of every make out on the field, including a lot of pop bottles. The field was cleared off several times, but Senator Martin Landis, after conference, has ordered Joe Medwick out of the lineup, and Chick Bullock will play left field. You know, Dizzy Dean will be allowed to take a few moments now to warm up after this long delay. And the first Tiger hitter in the sixth inning will be manager Mickey Cochran. And here is Ford Barnes to tell you about the Tiger half of the sixth. The score, St. Louis 9, Detroit nothing. Ford.
Tom, that's the first time that Judge Landis ever participated in a decision in a game since his ascension to the Half League of Baseball. Here's the pitch. A strike called on Mickey Cochran. Judge Landis making the decision down here, standing up in his box with the managers before him and the two players who were concerned in the disruption at third base. Making the decision, sending Medwick out and pull us in. Here's the next pitch. He tracks a fly out into right field, and Rothrock going back to the line makes a nice catch of it, making it one out. You know, we're in the last half of the sixth inning. Mickey Cochran, the first man up for the Tigers, as they trail 9-0, coming up in their half of the sixth. Charlie Gehringer is next at bat. Fuller is the new left fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. Dizzy Dean had a long time. He tried to warm up several times. Then they tried to resume play. He dropped his sweater, put it back on. When the boots started flying off in left field again, 3 or 4 times that happened. Each time he had to retire, to put on his sweater, and try to keep his arm warm. Then he came back, warmed up again. Gehringer's in there now as Mickey Cochran drops on over to the dugout. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Gehringer's batter. Here's the pitch. A ball strike. Cutting in there, swerving in and cutting the outside corner. Strike 1 on Charlie Gehringer. He has his bat back on his shoulder. Puts it up again. Here's the wind-up. The pitch. A bounder down the short. DeRosa takes it, shoots it over to first, and he's out. A beautiful pickup by Leo DeRosa. And the crowd is applauding him here. He made a beautiful pickup of a bounder coming in fast on it, shooting over Rip Collins for the second out, retiring Charlie Gehringer. Goose Goslin. Big old goose from Salem, New Jersey, comes in there now, taps the rubber, pulls it his cap, and swings his bat a couple of times. Then wipes the full length of it after getting his dirt on his hand. Here's the wind-up. It shoots in. He tracks the fly. It's coming over here. West of the line. Rip Collins is back under, crosses the line, and has it in the net for the third out. All right, Tom Manning, come right in. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Mickey Cochran first up, wide to Rothrock. Gehringer was out to Rosa to Collins. And that brilliant little shortstop of the Cardinals came in and threw a big hand from the Tiger rooted there to that slow play. It was a slow boundary. Came in fast, scooped the ball up, and whipped it underhand over the first just ahead of Gehringer. Duke Goslin then barreled out to first base from Collins. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We have completed 6 innings of this 7th game of the World Series. The St. Louis Cardinals have scored 7 runs in the 3rd inning and 2 in the 6th. The score at the end of 6 innings, St. Louis 9, Detroit nothing.
Tigers started Ocker this afternoon, and Rowe, Offset, and Bridges came in as replacements in the 3rd inning. Bridges is still in the box. A little right-hand curveball artist who has pitched that brilliant ball throughout the American League campaign. The boy who pitched that grand game against the Cardinals the other day. He is in there this afternoon, and Ernie Orsatti will lead off for the Cards in the 7th. Ford Barnes. Ernie Orsatti has stepped up there to the batter's box now. Harry Geisel is up at the plate. questions from over. Here comes Bill Clem over to get a piece of paper. Yes, that was what was wrong here, delaying play as we go into the 7th inning. Bill Clem had trotted over, and he's down here talking to one of the coaches back here on the line who's raced back into the dugout. Now Bridges still warming up with Mickey Cochran as Orsatti has stepped away from the plate. Bill Clem is walking slowly across the diamond. He's umpiring at third today. Tommy Bridges, whom Tom Manning was just speaking about, pitching grand ball since the 3rd inning, pitching nice ball. He did a grand job on Sunday. Joe Medwick has been taken off the bench and is retiring to the clubhouse. Leo DeRocher, that's him on the back as he walks across. And we have 6 members of the Detroit Constabulary escorting Joe Medwick around there on the stand, evidently fearing that the ire of the fans here in Detroit would lead them to some rash act against Joe Medwick. Yes, we have another regiment joining over, and 2 of them leading the Tiger dugout, with one of the policemen motioning to the fans to sit down as they walk over there, go down through the Tiger dugout and back under the stand. Joe disappearing under there as the police accompany him. Now in across Addington there, Bridges is facing him. Here's the wind-up and the pitch. A high foul into the press box, back to third base. For strike 1. He steps back into the batter's box. Bridges is dropping the ball into his glove as he looks down to Mickey for the signal. The wind-up. Shoots it across the plate, but it's high. Inside, driving the left-handed batter away for a ball. Ball 1 and strike 1. Here's the wind-up. He cracks a high one out into center field. White is under it, maneuvering around, and has it for the out. Ernest Orsatti retires, and Leo DeRocher comes up next. DeRocher, the captain and snappy shortstop, one of the most graceful shortstops and probably the finest short ever witnessed in the sport of baseball. Comes up there now, bats right, strikes the rubber, faces Tommy Bridges, who's blowing on his hand down there as he gets the signal, then goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. He cracks one hard out into deep right center. He's rounding first. White is chasing the ball. It bounds off the barrier. He goes on down to second, round second, going on down to third. The relay is in into Gehringer taking it, and he's on third base. A 3-bagger for Leo DeRocher. 1 out, and Leo DeRocher on third. As Mike Gonzalez talks to him down there, he takes off his cap, and they're applauding him here in the stand. Fine looking. And they're applauding Dizzy Dean as he comes up there to crack the plate with the rubber of his bat. Man on third, 1 out. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. A foul back into the screen, back of home plate. A new ball goes into play, and Tommy Bridges starts fixing the cover and dirtying it up to his satisfaction. He comes up there, throws the rubber again. Bat on Dean's shoulder. Here's the windup and the pitch. A bounder down to third. Marvin holds him at third, then throws Dean out at first. Owen holds DeRocher on third, then makes the foot out, going over to Big Hank Greenberg. 2 out. Leo DeRocher on third base, and Peppery Martin, little old Pepper, down here, wiping his hands in the dirt behind the plate before he comes up, and just his belt, closes the peak of his cap and steps into the batter's box. Taps the old rubber plate down here as Bridges goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. A strike called. Dean just slipped that outside corner to the right-handed batter. Stretch, and then a windup. And the pitch. Attempts to bunt, and it's a strike. Strike 2. Umpire Harry Geisel holds up his hand, showing the count. Strike 2 on the batter. Mickey gets up after giving the signal. Here's the windup. A grounder down to Charlie Gehringer, second. He drops it for the moment, and the runner is safe at first on the error, scoring Leo DeRocher with the 10th run of the ball game. 10-0 favor the St. Louis Cardinals. The error on Charlie Gehringer. Jack Woodrock follows Martin in the batting order of the Cardinals. He steps up there now batting left.
with Pepper Martin on first. A run in. 2 out. Here's the pitch. A ball. High and outside to the left-handed batter. Ball 1 is the count. 2 out. And Pepper Martin on first. And a run in. 10-0 now favor St. Louis. A pile work first. But Pepper is back there with his foot up against the bag. Falling around trying to keep his balance. Warren Greenberg lets loose that ball, throwing it back to Bridges. Then again he takes the lead off first. Dancing around down here. The pitch goes down. Mickey pegs it down, and it's filed down there to second. Andy David rolls just off the bag. Rogel goes over and takes it. They're scoring it as a stolen base. The runner coming in hard at the same time as the ball. Ball rolling with it. Scoring that as a stolen base for Pepper Martin. Jack Rothrock down here at bat. Bridges back up on the mound. Glances around a second and shoots the pitch in. He drives one high out into deep left center. Goslin chasing and goes over his head. Martin coming on in. Rothrock is rounding second. Goslin makes a throw in, and it's a 2-base hit for Jack Rothrock, scoring the 11th run of the ball game. 11-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. Greenberg takes the toss from Rogel, who got the throw in from Goslin. Rothrock now on second, and Frank Frisch at bat. Here's the pitch. Deep back hard at the first, and Marborn goes back under the foul. Way back to third, goes back under fast, but doesn't quite catch up with it, and it drops for a long strike. Strike 1. Frankie steps out of the box, wipes his hands with dirt, rubs them on his trousers, runs one hand the length of his bat before he comes back up there to face Tommy Bridges, who has the signal now from Mickey Cotton, who straightens up, throwing the rubber, going to his step, glances around. Here's the pitch. He backs one high out into right field. The Pete Fox is getting under it and has it for the out, retiring the side. Come in, Tom Manning.
In the Cardinal half of the 7th, Tony Orzotti was first up and slides to White. Leo DeRocha turns triple. Dizzy Dean bombed out all to Greenberg. Pepper Martin hit a ground ball to Gallagher. Gallagher fumbled the ball, getting an error, and DeRocha scored. Jack Rothrock is back. Pepper Martin goes second. Rothrock then got a hold of one and drove it against the barrier in deep left center field for 2 bases, sending Martin across the plate. Frisch slides to Fox. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. As we go into the last half of the 7th inning, score of St. Louis Cardinals 11, Detroit Tigers nothing. Always up for that old 7th inning stretch. The Tigers coming to bat, and Billy Rogel, Tigers shortstop, left-hand hitter will be first up. Dizzy Dean, and Bill Delancey form the Cardinal batters. Bill Rogel has picked up Bill Delancey's mask, and Bill puts the ball out for second and takes his mask and is ready to go. The Tiger half of the 7th inning, 4th ball. Bill Rogel, shortstop from Springfield, Illinois. Batting now for the Tigers as we go into their half of the 7th. Dean is down on the mound getting the signal from Bill Delancey. He goes into his windup, and here's the pitch. He swings out of it, fouls it. His foul goes bounds back to home plate. Bill Delancey. I thought the ball had gone up into the air for the moment. Started tugging his fast before he realized the ball was down on the ground. Other guys have stepped out and dust up the plate. Bill Rogel kicked some dirt out of his heels. Stepped up there again, pulls at the peak of his cap. Faces Dizzy Dean, who's out there on the mound with his characteristic stance before he goes into his windup. Here it is, and the pitch. Now popped up into the hands of Leo DeRocha. They're short for the out. 1 gone. First batter up, popping out to Leo DeRocha. We have Hank Greenberg, the Bronx boy of New York City, up there for the Tigers. Down here, kicking hard to dirt. He bats right, kicking hard to dirt down the batter's box. Here's the pitch. A strike call, slipping the inside corner of the plate to big Hank Greenberg, who's batting right. Nobody on, 1 gone. Here's the windup in the pitch. He offered hard at a throw ball, but it goes sailing over the line, foul, and it's just a long strike. Strike 2.
The roar of the crowd thinking it was a home run. It shot straight out that left field line. But it was serving foul all the time and wheeled across there. And he's up there now with strike 2 on him. Delancey signaling to Dean to go to his windup at the pitch. He swings hard, going down the other strikeout route. 2 out. Greenberg retiring 1, swinging at 1 with plenty of hop and plenty of break on that curve. Marvin Owen, the third Tiger batter up in the 7th inning. The score 11-0 in favor of St. Louis. They made 7 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. Here's the pitch. A ball, too low. Clancy tosses it out against the team. Actually steps into his catcher's mitt, gives the signal. Here it comes. A ball. Ball 2 again. Too low to Marv Owen. Delancey walks her out in front of the plate. Before he shoots it out to Dean again. He's standing there motionless, then goes into his windup and he gets the signal. Here it is. A bounder down to Frank Fisher, takes it to the edge of the grass, shoots it over to Collins for the out. Retiring the side. 3 up and 3 down. Come in, Tom-man.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Vogel pops up to DeRosa. Greenberg struck out. Marv Owen grounded out first to Collins. The World Series broadcasts are brought to you through the courtesy of the Ford Motor Company. They're sent to you directly from Maven Field, Detroit.
You are listening to WMAQ, the Chicago Daily News Station. The time is 2:25 and 20 seconds Central Standard Time.
After closing one of the first half of the 8th inning here at Maven Field, we have a change in the Tiger pitchers. Tommy Bridges, low, set on the box, is taken out. And football, Marbury. That colorful figure that for so long was Ricky Washington Senators. In great relief, pitching he did in his early days. He's now the Tigers, and he comes in here as the Cardinals come to bat in the 8th inning. Ted Marbury, big, heavy set, right-handed. Cards come to bat, and here is Ford Bond. Marbury's in there making the cover on a new ball as Charles Bullitt, the new left fielder. He's up at bat for Cardinals. Here's the pitch. A ball. Forcing the right-handed batter away from the plate. Ball 1. Here's the count on Charlie Fuller from Gerardville, Pennsylvania. Here's the wind up in the pitch. Again a ball inside the right-handed batter. Ball 2. Marbury, he comes from Streetman, Texas. He's just come in here to relieve in the 8th inning. Here's the wind up. He cuts a hot one down. Back short, between short and second base. It goes on out to center field for a single for Charlie Dick Fuller. Who's down first now with Rip Collins. You up at the plate. And Rip takes his place there in the batter's back, scratching the rubber with his bat and swinging his bat forcefully back and forth as he comes up there to face the offense of Purple Marbury. 1 on and nobody out to score 11-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Here we go into the first half of the 8th inning. Here's the windup in the pitch. He backs one high, out into right center. Pete Fox is going over under and has it. And Fuller, who had chased almost down to second, has to race back to first. 1 out, 1 on. Dick Fuller on first, and Bill Delancey, the Cardinal catcher, coming up to bat. Gehringer just to throw in. He tosses the ball over to Marbury, who wipes his hand off on the rosin bag. 1 out, 1 on. First half of the 8th inning, the score 11-0 in favor of St. Louis. Delancey's down there, swinging his bat back and forth. Here's the pitch. He cracks one down to second. Gehringer takes it, shoots it over to first. Not possible to make a play. Fuller was already down on second, and there's 2 gone. Delancey out. Gehringer to Greenberg. Ernie Orsatti. Ernie Orsatti, whom we've told you is from Los Angeles, California, and who has received an injury in almost every game of this series, but who has played sterling ball all the way through nevertheless. I believe he's only been out of 1 game when Fuller replaced him out in center field when the injuries were just too painful and legs too stiff for him to perform. Here's the pitch. A ball. Low, almost in the dirt. Stockton picking it out of it. Dick Bullis down on second. Marbury glances around at him. Playing on the mountain. Shoots his pitch and pass it high and outside for ball two. Purple Marbury again wiping off the cover of the ball. He steps up there to throw the rubber. Looks around hard at Dick Bullis and the pitch. A ball three. High one and inside. Jordy Orsatti who bats left. He swings his bat very slowly and droops it down. Here's the pitch. And the walk. A ball too low. Orsatti is given a walk. You can see just the way he drops down the first with that right leg is still bothering. 2 men on, 2 out, and Leo DeRocher at bat.
Pitcher now is Marbury. Marberry. Marbury is pitching. The man up at bat right now is Mr. DeRocher. Man on first, the man on second, 2 down, and strike one has been pitched to DeRocher. He'll wait for the next one. Oops, that one almost hit him. Came in close, he ducked away from it. A very nice catch by Cochran that time to keep it from being a wild pitch. Very nicely caught by Cochran. Here it comes. That goes the ball bounding back towards second base. It's taken for the fourth of Orsatti. That repairs the side. In the 8th inning, the first half of the 8th, and we have in that place for the Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on the base. Starting to play in the last half of the 8th inning, man coming to bat is Fox, the right fielder. Mr. Fox is down there ready for the ball to be pitched down to him. Dean pitches it down. Fox lands it out toward left field. The ball lands way back in the corner and left. It's being taken out there and thrown right down toward third base on a fast throw. The ball is stopped by Martin, and the runner pulls up on second base with his second double of the afternoon. Fox doubling right down in the left field corner on the first ball pitch. That, ladies and gentlemen, being the 4th hit off Dizzy Dean this afternoon. Now we shall see who contends to bat for Liberty, if any. You know, the largest score on a shutout in the World Series was 9-0 when it was 1905. Matheson pitched that game. Right now the score is 11-0 in favor of St. Louis. And of course, these Detroit Americans want to get 1 run in at least as they possibly can here before this game ends. It's the last half of the 8th, and the man in scoring spot, Walker, is coming to bat for Marbury. Walker. Walker batting for Marbury. Walker batting for Marbury. That's up there, a right-hand hitter. Dean ready to pitch to him with a man on second base and nobody down in the last half of the 8th. Here's the pitch. First ball pitch is a long fly, way out toward left. Left fielder's after it. Bullis takes the ball, runs a few steps forward, and whips it down toward third base. So Walker is out on the first ball pitched on a high fly to left field. Next man coming to bat is JoJo White. White coming up with 1 down, a man on second. Ball has just been returned to Dizzy Dean. Dizzy's getting ready to walk toward the mound. He comes up onto the mound. No chance for a windup. There's Fox over on second in scoring position. White, the left-hand hitter. Dean stretches, looks toward second. Here's the first pitch, and White takes it for strike 1 called. Just above the hip on the outside corner. 1 strike to White. Fox taking his lead at second. Nobody seems to be bothering him at all. White again swings in close to the inside line of the batsman's box. Puts the bat back onto his shoulder, but the way he has changed bats, he hasn't had a hit this afternoon. Instead of using the black bat, he has a nice new white one. Here's the next pitch. The ball is called for a strike. Touching the corner on the inside, just at the hip. Strike to the JoJo. He was hitting 158 at the start of this game as far as his series hitting is concerned. That has dropped considerably so far with 3 pitches to play and no hits this afternoon. Here's the pitch. He takes a swing at it, and it's called the right 3. You're out. White swings at it for strike 3, and that brings Dizzy Dean's strikeout record and the record of hits off him to be the same. 4 strikeouts, 4 hits off Dizzy. Mickey Cochran comes to bat. The idol of the Detroit fans, a great ball player. Steps up there, a left-hand swinger. Man on second with 2 down. He hits the first ball way out toward right field. Looks like it might be foul, but the wind is carrying it over near the foul line. That is taken care of very nicely by Mr. Rothrock on a fly in foul territory. which retired the side in the 8th inning. We have the Detroit Tigers making no runs. There was one hit. There were no errors committed, and they had one man left at the bases. Ladies and gentlemen, the broadcasts of all the World Series games this year have been sent to you by the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Edsel Ford, and your local Ford dealer, producers and distributors of Ford and Lincoln cars and Ford trucks. I hope you have enjoyed these games. We're starting the first half of the ninth, ladies and gentlemen. First man coming to bat should be up here in just a moment for the St. Louis Cardinals. Calling for attention out there on the loudspeaker system, but right now we're watching to have Dizzy Dean come up for his turn at bat. All right, starters pitching. Hayworth is catching. The first man at bat is Dizzy Dean. We're starting the first half of the ninth, and the score is 11-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. Sauter swings up to pitch the first one down to Dizzy Dean. Here's the pitch. Dizzy takes it close to the belt. Ball. One. Ball on to Dizzy. Dizzy watching for another one. Sauter swings up there. Winds up very easily. Pitches the ball in. Dizzy hits the ball out toward left field. Goslin's over after it. Takes a line drive for the out. Dean out on a line drive to Goslin for the first out in the first half of the ninth inning. Next man coming up should be Pepper Martin. Pepper Martin this afternoon has been on base every time except the first time at bat when he struck out. He has walked, singled, then saved an error, had another single, stolen a base, scored 3 times. Watching for the ball to pitch out to Pepper Martin with one down in the first half of the ninth. Sauter takes his windup, swings up easily, balances. Here's the pitch. Pepper hits the ball right straight up in the air towards first base. It's being blown foul. Greenberg is after it and takes the ball over near the dugout for the out. Pepper Martin out on a foul to Greenberg. That puts 2 men down and brings to bat Rothrock, who has doubled twice this afternoon, walked once, knocked into a force out, and flied out once to left field. There are 2 out in the ninth inning, with Rothrock coming to bat.
Here's the pitch. A ball. Inside and low to the left-handed batter. 2 out, nobody on. Jack Rothrock up. Sauter has it again. Throws into that slow wind-up and sets the pitch. And it's a ball. Ball 2. Again low and inside. Forcing Jack Rothrock to do a little half skip with both feet to get out of the way. That slow wind-up of the general again, and the delivery. He offers at it, but fouls back into the screen. 2 balls and strike 1. Here's the count now as that foul back into the screen. 2-1 the count on Jack Rothrock. Third batter up for the Cardinals here in the ninth. Scores 11-0, favor St. Louis in the first half of the ninth inning. General Sauter, who's just come onto the mound for the Tigers, pitching to Jack Rothrock. Mickey Cochran receiving. Here's the wind-up and the pitch. A bunt. He goes winging down first. Sauter to get rolled over the line. Foul. Ray Hayworth, a great catcher who caught almost half of the Tigers' games this year, and his name appears in the lineup here for the first time. Here's the pitch. He swings hard, and Sauter strikes out the last batter for the Cardinals here in the ninth inning of this 7th ball game. Cardinals now cut out of their position as we go into the last half of the ninth inning. The Cardinals leading 11-0 with Charlie Gehringer. Charlie Gehringer, the second baseman for the Tigers, due at bat. Bill Delancey is down there now, waiting behind home plate for Diz Dean, who just did, it's almost a somersault going on out to the mound, just in high spirits. As he steps up there to the mound to start warming up with Bill Delancey. Sauter had it 3 up and 3 down in his appearance here in the last game, striking out Jack Rothrock, the last man, after running the count to 3-2. Here's Charlie Gehringer, walks out there now, swinging it back viciously through the air. Third man in the Tiger batting order. Up first here in the last half of the ninth, trailing by 11 runs. He stands there almost motionless, then wings his bat around viciously again. Here goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. He offers at it, and it kicks the plate behind home, a foul. Strike 1.
Delancey never fails to knock that masking cap off if there's anything doing behind home. He doesn't wait. Instinct tells him as soon as that ball happens around him, he hasn't got his mitt to do something. Here's the pitch. He swings at it and cracks a hit, a base hit, out into left field where Hank Bullis has it. Shoots it in. It's a base hit. A single for Charlie Gehringer. First man up, Goose Goslin of Salem, New Jersey. Comes up and cracks the dust out of his heels. The dirt as he comes up there, pulls the beginning cap, faces Dean. Here's the wind up the pitch. He cracks a bounder down to first. Rip Collins shoots it down to second. DeRosa shoots it back. And Dean was over there for the play, takes the throw from DeRosa. So there was no possible double play. Diz was standing about a yard off first base. From here, it looks as though Dizzy thought he had his foot on the bag, but he was standing a whole yard or 4 feet away from first, thinking he was taking a throw for the double play. DeRosa making the out at first, retiring Gehringer on a 4th out, and then making the throw over to first, trying to get the goose. Rather amusing, the crowd all got a laugh as Diz looked down his foot and discovered the bag wasn't under. So here we have Bill Rogel up. Here's the pitch. He cracks one hard, a base hit, rolling on the ground out in the right field. Goose is on second, and Rogel is on first. 1 out, and 2 men on. Hank Greenberg do it fast. Goslin on second, Rogel on first. 1 out, and Hank Greenberg up. Hank's digging himself a terrific hole down here in the batter's box on the left side of home plate. He bats right, you know, and he's digging one for his right foot. As Diz throws the rubber, looks around at second, wind up, here's the pitch. A strike call, tipping the outside corner to the right-handed batter. Right 1 is the count, 1 out and 2 on here in the last half of the 9th inning. Badgers trailing by 11 runs. Stretch as he looks around at second, here's the pitch, foul off the handle of his bat. Now, 2 strikes, ball slipping off the handle of his bat and bounding over towards the Cardinal dugout. 2 strikes to count on Big Hank Greenberg. Up here for his last time in this 1934 World Series with 2 men on and 1 out. And the count 2 strikes on him. Set, here's the pitch. A swinging strike going down to the strike out. And Big Hank, the first baseman from New York for the Detroit Tigers, takes the long walk over to the dugout. Delancey walks clear out almost the pitcher's mound before he tosses the ball to Diz Dean. 2 men are gone, 2 out, and Diz Dean is out there on the mound facing Marvin Owen. Marvin Owen, another California boy, up here with 2 men gone, 2 on, and the score 11-0 favor the St. Louis Cardinals. Diz takes off his mound and clutches his right sleeve. Takes off his glove, walks off the mound, comes back up there again, throws the rubber, goes to his stretch. Here's the pitch. A drive down to second, which DeRosa takes, crosses the bridge for the final out of the 1934 World Series, which the St. Louis Cardinals win this 7th and deciding game with 11 runs, 17 hits, 1 error. The Tigers, no runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. A shutout for the great Dizzy Dean. He and his brother, the only pitchers during this 1934 World Series to have 2 games to their credit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know that these players are racing off the field, and most of them got off before this crowd got out here. The crowd is racing over to the Tiger dugout, but the Tigers have all disappeared down the little hole in the far corner of their dugout. And the Cardinals, of course, raced over there and got disappeared. We wanted to describe the scene for you here, but the fans are walking very quietly across the green sward here in Maven Field. 25 years since they've had a World Series, and they haven't won the World Championship. Their spirits are dampened, of course. We're going to pass you down to Tommy Manning, who's in the Cardinal dugout. Come in, Tom Manning. Now the boys are coming in, you can hear them. And the first boy that's going on the air is Captain Leo DeRosa. Leo, what did you think of it? Well, Mom, there's the bacon. What a great ball club. The greatest fighting bunch of ball players I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. A great manager and two great pitchers and deans and a great bunch of fellas. We already played a great game out there, George. It filled with fans, times without number. And here's that right field of the Cardinals. The boy who dashed over into right center field, times without number, and knocked off those hard drives. Jack Rothrock. Hello, fans. First, I want to thank the loyal rooters in California that sent me those telegrams. And it's a great feeling. We got a great night, and we're all just as happy as we can be. Jack, get some of the other boys here. Rip Collins. Here's Rip today. He had 4 hits. Come on in, Rip. Well, I wanted to get one more, but I got one more out of the world's record. I hope my family's listening to me in Rochester, and I know my wife is. You can tell her we're all happy as we can be, boy. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Dizzy Dean. Kid, just take this microphone and help yourself, boy. Hello, everybody. Well, the Cardinals are the champions. I predicted before the series started the Cardinals would win the National League and the World Championship, and they certainly did it. And I predicted it got out for myself, and boy, I got it. Look at this. Did you try before you went in there today? Run the dip card. I have no alibi. Not at all. And I'll say I can't say that much for the Tigers, because they come out and alibi against you after their great defeat, but they took this from the Cardinals. And if I'd have lost the ball game, they ought to take the opportunity. Well, it's mighty nice, Brother Fish. Congratulations, old fellow. You've worked hard, and it's mighty nice to have you here at the microphone. Let's get over here and get Pepper Martin. Hey, Pepper Martin, come here a minute. Pepper Martin is trying to get himself a shower bath, but come on over.
Hello, Mother, and hello, everybody. I sure am glad that we brought the old pennant back to St. Louis, and it's just wonderful. I think everybody's so happy.
Thanks. Here's Bill Delancey, that great young catcher. You're going to hear a lot about Bill Delancey. How is it, Bill?
I think it's a great series. We've got the 2 greatest pitchers in the world on our club.
And here's another great pitcher. Come on in, Tex Johnson.
It wasn't that a great ball game that is the today. I want to say hello to my mother and father down in Texas, also all my good friends down yours. I'm happy as I can be.
Leo DeRocher, I want to give you the pleasure of presenting this next ball player.
Well, radio fans, I want to present to you next.
Wait a minute, Leo. Fill this up now. Really do a good job.
Well, I tell you, it's very hard to say much about this young fella. He has got what you call it and everything that goes with it. He is one of the greatest young pitchers who has ever come up to the majors in the last 10 years. I'd like to present to you radio folks Paul Dean, brother of Dizzy Dean, the man who won that ball game for us today.
Hello, fans. I'm sure happy that we won the ball game in the World Series today, and I'm sure that we'll be out there fighting next year, and I hope we can win again. Thanks. Come on, Leo, present the boy that's playing.
I want to present the Cuban president, Mike Gonzalez.
Hello, fine. I'm very happy that we camped on the wall. We fight very much. It's one of the best World Series I ever saw. We fight more than anybody ever saw to vampires, everybody else. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot. And here's Dick Fuller. No. Wait a minute, we're going to get the Buzzy Wires first. Come on, Buzzy.
Hello, everybody. We're all excited here, and we're very happy that we won this World Championship. It shows the fighting spirit. I want to say a word about Frankie Fish. He's got the fighting spirit and inspired all the players with a great spirit, and we're sure proud of him. And the Dean boys also, the George great stuff, see? All right. Hello, everybody, and Hanford, and Mother and Dad, and everybody. Goodbye. We're all excited here. Wish you all lots of luck to happy Christmas.
Oh, man alive, I want to tell you that this is certainly something. Jack Rothrock, what do you think of it? Isn't this Bedlam?
Oh, this is... never saw anything like it. Right? It's a real fighting ball club, and they're still fighting. They'll go on fighting.
These kids are certainly the happiest gang. We're trying to elbow our way over here to Frankie Fish. Hundreds of photographers are here. And Don Wilson, using all of his feet, trying to get through. We're trying to get over to Frankie Fish so that Frankie can tell you how it is to be the manager of a World Championship team. He's sitting here now with everybody popping away. It's kind of hard to get in there, but we're going to get in to Frankie Fish just as soon as we can. Frankie, I'm in here now with one arm around him and somebody's talking to him. We're going to take, ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the World Champion St. Louis Cardinals, Frankie Fish. Hello, everybody. I'm pretty well tired out. And John just tickled to death about this thing, and the boys deserve all the credit. I don't want to downplay it, but they fought and fought. They never gave up. They're a great bunch of kids. It was a wonderful victory, a great series, a hard-fought series, and the hardest one I've ever been in. And we played against the great ball club. They gave us a battle all down the stretch, and a world of credit to Mickey Cochran and everyone on the ball club. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie Fish, and on behalf of the thousands and thousands of listeners, we want to take their part for a moment and say congratulations to you and to all of your boys. I'm going to turn this microphone over to Don Wilson for a moment so that we can get some of the other boys.
Well, pandemonium is certainly broken loose here in the dressing room of the St. Louis Cardinals here after this game. We were in hopes of getting Joe Medwick on here a few minutes ago, but I believe he's left the dressing room. We're trying to find Tony Orsatti. Here he is. Tony Orsatti, ladies and gentlemen.
Jack, it's too happy to say an awful lot, but we beat a great ball club, and I've never been in a ball club that's had the fighting spirit that this Cardinal outfit has. We're going to walk through here now, and we'll have some of the Detroit boys on the air for you just in a few seconds. We're going across over into the Tiger dugout, and a lot of you folks who are listening in want to hear the Tiger players, and first, Gerald Walker. There's a lot to lose, folks, but I reckon we just had to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to present to you next 2,000. We gave them all we had, folks, so now we'll give them the credit. That's fine. Mickey Cochran, the manager of the Tigers, ladies and gentlemen. We congratulate the St. Louis Cardinals and Frankie Fish on the great series. Being just too tough for us. Well, we get beaten, that's all. Billy Rogel. Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Rogel, the shortstop of the Detroit Tigers. Well, the only thing I can say, folks, is Dizzy had plenty. And he deserves all the credit in the world. Well, I believe that that's just about all over in the Tiger dugout, of course. The situation here, the boys are a bit downcast, as you know. They fought the St. Louis Cardinals of the National League, and today the World Series at Navin Field is over. The boys have given their all in this great classic this year. Here at Navin Field, the series finishes this afternoon, and the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, are the National League champions. This is Tom Manning speaking, and I assure you we've had a pleasure in bringing you the World Series, along with Graham McNamee, Ford Bond, and our John Wilson. John, do you have a word to say?
Well, I haven't a great deal to say. I think that it's been our pleasure to hear from these very fine players, and it's been grand to see this last game in this 1934 series.
This concludes the broadcasting of the World Series games, sponsored by the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Edsel Ford, and your local Ford dealer. The sponsors will be amply repaid if you have enjoyed these broadcasts. Today's game writes the final chapter of the 1934 baseball season. The Ford Motor Company salutes the victors, the St. Louis Cardinals, world champions for 1934, and wishes both teams good luck in the pennant race next year. And in the meantime, watch the Fords go by. During this series, it has been the pleasure of a group of NBC announcers to present these games. Graham McNamee with the pregame pictures. Hey, Don Wilson did that job in his competent manner. Tom Manning and myself had the fun of giving you the play-by-play. This is Ford Bond signing off this game, which has come to you through the facilities of the National Broadcasting Company.